Hey, Tom, just getting organized.
Hello, Mr. Kinney.
Selectman Lee,
How are you?
I'm doing well. Just be forewarned that you are being broadcast, cable, Zoom, and YouTube as we speak.
Well, that sounds good.
So don't take it out on me right now.
It's good to see you and your daughter today.
Yes, I wish we could get our license and or get coordinated on our rides home.
I get it. We're working on that right now in this household. What's the decision on the paving?
I think the decision's been made for us by the weather.
Okay.
Might we got a break. We might try to get the shim down on a couple of those sections. They're pretty challenging, but
Yeah, well,
this weekend's November.
yeah, I know. Is it us that dictates when it has to be done by, or is it them?
It's a combination of the two.
Okay.
It's really us, contract, and weather.
Okay. So we put a date in there, right?
Yep. And on top of that, we have weather restrictions in terms of temperature, rain, all that type of stuff. We're not doing it.
Okay.
Or I say that out loud, but Can you hear the fan here while the,
No, not at all.
okay,
Nope.
I can't, it drives me crazy. The last thing I want to do is drive the folks at home crazy that are watching too.
No, there's no noise. You're good to go.
Gee, we had somebody, look, there's back. I was gonna say we had somebody on the, as an attendee, but they dropped off, but now they're back.
Good. More.
Well, it's our snow plowing contractor.
Oh, Tom?
Yeah.
Hey, Tom.
Of course, you won't be able to hear him until I, work my magic.
Yeah.
You get a chance in the next couple of days, stop by and we got a bunch of things to sign.
Yeah, I think I can come up tomorrow, I think.
It's not a crisis, but
Yeah, I should be able to. I think I gotta come up to Western Auto tomorrow morning, so I'll just swing over on my way back, if that's convenient,
we'll be here.
something like that.
Wonder where the rest of you are.
I see we got over 1,000 ballots out now.
We do. We've got over 800 back.
Wow. That's good.
It's kept Karen hopping. And everybody else for that matter. I mean, it's just been crazy. Been in the municipal field for just over 30 years. Never seen anything like it. It's just slam.
There's a lot to consider. The way the world is now, the political division. So I'm sure that weighs heavily on people. People have a lot more time now with this COVID thing. And I would like to think on a local level, people are trying to get more involved.
Yep.
That may not be the choice. That may not be the case, but I hope it is. God knows we need some help.
Well, certainly is a fair amount of interest, as you can imagine. And, the pandemic certainly plays a role in the whole thing for various people that either want to get it done early so they don't have to come wait in line, or, some people just want to come. So, oh, Diane's joined us too.
Good.
It'll be a short meeting though, if it's only you.
Yeah, not a lot get accomplished.
Got to mute that before somebody decides to send me a text in the middle of the meeting.
What is that? Your connection.
If it was only one way, it'd be fine, and that would be outbound.
I hear you. I got the same problem.
It's you and I messaging back and forth.
Yeah, I had a lot of conversation today about Menominee Valley High School going to remote learning.
Yep.
And all of the schools over that way. I don't know. People are really concerned.
Well, it seems to be closing in. Hate to say that out loud, but
Yeah, I know. We can only do what we can do and be as careful as we can be. We have one of the members of the they call solid waste, which we're going to meet in person on Thursday night.
Yep.
In the French conference room, which is with just 7 of us plus 3 plus 2, so that would be 9. That's easy to achieve. The place is large, which or fairly large, just for 9 people. But I think we're gonna talk about going back to Zoom. I don't know. All of our meetings have been masked,
Yeah. Well, what do you do if?
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike. What do you do if
Hi there.
5 or 10 people from the public show up? How do you accommodate them? There isn't enough room for that.
I know, and it has never happened, and I guess we're probably taking a chance, but I think we'll probably make a decision to go an alternate route Thursday night. Be safe. Hello, Laidley.
Hello.
Hey, Josh.
Hi, everyone. How's
Josh
it going?
Lately, hey,
Gosh,
Hey.
how we doing?
Good.
It's fully dark out. I'm not ready.
And it'll be darker sooner in another week.
Mm,
Got a week or pretty soon, yeah.
yep.
Sunday morning.
Monday morning.
It's a cruel joke in my opinion, but they didn't ask me, so.
On a happier note, I finished my siding project. No more broken legs. No
Congratulations.
more ladders.
Well done.
Sun can go down whenever it wants to now.
Good job, David. Good job.
Nicely done.
It was kind of anticlimactic at the end. It was like I was thinking it'd be one big celebration with that last nail. Just wanted.
Bottom line is it was probably very satisfying to you, but there is probably no one else that cares, David. In your area. I'm just
True.
not sure.
My neighbors were probably tired of looking at a half-sided house. I don't know.
I don't think they care either.
No, I don't think they could see the backside that wasn't done, but
But good for you.
on to the next project.
Yeah.
I know.
Never-ending cycle.
I was going to say, what's the next thing that's going to eat at the back of your brain for not
Yeah.
having finished it?
Okay.
I finally caved and got some proper lighting so that you all could see me in the meeting.
I'm never sure what lighting's going on here because what I see on my little camera, if I like switch it to camera, I was like, oh my God, I look at this thing and unfortunately you guys have to suffer for it. I'm afraid. I don't know.
Well, I figure as long as the public can see us and can hear us, that's good.
Yeah. Well, someday there's going to be a great, Josh, I'm thinking of a film, just a great montage of all the great moments in Zoom.
Ah!
And,
Thrilling movie right there. I'm sure.
yeah, sure. Well, I think you're counting on the soundtrack. Yeah. And,
The Selectmen's, it'll just be a series if I move to adjourn. But it is 6 p.m., so let's get rolling. Welcome everyone to the Lincolnville Selectmen's meeting. It is the 26th of October. It is 6 p.m. And just to remind everyone that we are still operating under the state of emergency as declared by the governor, which means we are meeting remotely via Zoom. And we welcome and encourage the public to engage and interact with us either through telephone, video, electronic, or some other means. Send us an email. We could probably figure out a carrier pigeon too if that was necessary. We do put notice, and we encourage people who want to participate in the citizens forum to get in touch with us before the meeting. But we will try to make every accommodations. All actions will be taken via roll call, including adjournment. And before we get rolling, Josh, would you please read the quote of the evening?
Sure. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau.
Thank you very much. And David, do we have anyone for any non-agenda items in the Citizens Forum?
We had nothing submitted this afternoon on the info email address, and I see no hands on the attendees or anything in the chat.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Well, let's move along to the administrator's report.
Just a reminder for everybody that a week from tomorrow is Election Day. The polls will be open at the Lincolnville Central School from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just for anybody tuning in, similar to July, the polling place will be somewhat differently set up. Be prepared to wait in line outside in all kinds of weather. And if you wish to avoid a line or weather, you can vote by absentee ballot. Absentee ballots have to be back in my hand as town clerk by 8 p.m. on election night in order to be counted. Those are available here at the town office during normal business hours. You can make a request on the electronic website, either through the town. There's a link from the town's website to the Secretary of State's office or through the Secretary of State's office. And we'll mail one to you. That service electronic gets shut off later this week. I don't recall the exact deadline, but you'll still be able to vote here in the town office. The town nomination papers for Board of Selectmen vacancy are still available here at the town office and will be through November 5th when they have to be returned. Thus far, we've had 3 individuals take out nomination papers and 2 have returned them, but they have to be back for anybody else that's interested in that position by 5 p.m. on Thursday, November 5th. Voting will be conducted on Tuesday, December 15th. Very important one, dog licenses. All dog licenses expire at the end of the year. You can renew online or here at the town office. Please do so we don't have to chase you down at the end of the year. You'll need your rabies or your animal's rabies certificate up to date and go from there. The pier lights and electrical have been patched. I would say the best way to put it. We're looking at the potential for having to do some rework to some of the electrical just due to age and time and location. But the lights are all functioning or were last week, and they're tenuous, but they're working. Winter sand is pretty well put up. Probably could fit another couple 100 yards in the building, but pretty well done. And now that also reminds me, and the fact that we have an update on winter road maintenance, now is a good time to secure your mailbox or check the fasteners or the posts before the frost sets in, and also to speak with your if you happen to hire somebody for snow removal in your driveway, to coordinate their removal around your mailbox, and also make sure that they're not planning on pushing snow over the culvert ends at your driveway, so that when and if it decides to melt or rain in the middle of winter, the water has someplace to go and it's not frozen solid. So I think that is it. Oh, just for personal or information for the public, we at the town office have sent out in excess of 1,000 absentee ballots. We have in excess of 800 back. We're hoping if you have an absentee ballot out that you return it prior to election day. There is some behind the scenes paperwork that has to go on and recording and taking, logging those in and out. So we will be busy on election day. We would appreciate your cooperation getting those back early. That said, if you have something come up and you need to bring it back on election day, we'll certainly accept it till 8 o'clock then. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, David. If you forget anything, just jump in. Is there any questions for David on the administrator's report? Seeing nothing, let's move along to the upcoming meetings and announcements.
All meetings are remote unless announced otherwise. The Lakes and Ponds Committee meets tomorrow, Tuesday, October 27th at 7 p.m. The Planning Board meets Wednesday, October 28th, 7 p.m. The Midcoast Solid Waste Corporation Board of Directors meets Thursday, October 29th, 6:30 in person at the Camden Town Office. The Broadband Committee meets Thursday, October 29th, 7 p.m. The general election, which includes the balloting for presidential race, is on Tuesday, November 3rd from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Lincolnville Central School Gymnasium. If you are in line by 8 p.m., you will be allowed to vote, but don't come after 8. And the Board of Selectmen meet next on Monday, November 9th, 6 p.m.
Thank you very much. Are there any upcoming community events anyone would care to share? Seeing nothing coming up, let's move along to the meeting minutes from October 13th.
I move that the board approve the, let's see, October 13th.
Yeah, it might say 21st in your newsletter, but that's a typo.
Copy and paste error.
I move that the board approve the October 13th, 2020 meeting minutes as presented.
Moved by Selectman Late,
Second.
seconded by Selectman Garrettson. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, Selectman Late, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Garrettson, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Ray, what's your vote?
Yes.
And Selectman Dunn, my vote is yes, the motion passes. Thank you all. And we have Tom Farley here to give us an update on winter road maintenance operations.
Mr. Farley's on his way to see you.
Yes. And whenever you're on there, Tom, feel free to shout out.
Here.
Welcome.
Yes. Tom Farley, Farley Inc. And we are ready for snow. I don't know if you are, but we are.
Oh.
Yes, it's dark too. I heard that too. We should not let Dave Kinney do carpentry. I know that.
I'm kidding.
We agree.
Nothing that requires a ladder.
Yes, yes. We are ready to go. We have 3 trucks that are fully winged and ready to go. We probably won't use wings if we get snow this weekend. I'm hoping we don't get snow this weekend. But other than that, I haven't seen the sand yet, but I'm gonna go check on it tomorrow. I believe it's done.
It's close. We're within, we could probably put a couple hundred more yards in there without too much trouble.
Gotcha. What about extra salt?
We're almost out to the door. We've got some salt in there too.
Yeah, that's probably a salt storm for sure.
So Tom, you're in the 3rd year of our 5-year contract. How are you feeling about, how your crews are getting familiarized with the roads and
We've got everybody coming back, with the exception of 1. So there'll be 6 drivers, 5 trucks. We're ready. We're ready. We know it better than ever. And it's an older group. Most of them are Class A drivers.
Clarify older, please.
mature?
Seasoned.
Thanks.
Not under 25, I think it is.
Ah.
25 or 26. Yeah. Yeah, no, other than that, I'm open for questions, but we're ready to rock and roll.
Great. Any questions for Tom?
Tom, are you gonna have cameras at the salt sand shed again?
We did last year, and we will probably have 1 or 2 this year. Yes. We haven't put them up.
Okay, just wondering.
Yep. No, it was good for us. We actually know when everybody rolls and stuff. It's good. We're all GPS based anyways, but it's kind of good to know trucks or somebody leaves a truck running or whatever. We did one thing last year. We changed. We do a lot of them were local, so we let them take them home. It's a lot easier to fire a truck up from home and have it warm and ready to go.
Mhm.
So that was a concern early on, but it worked out really well for us last year.
Great.
And I heard somebody securing mailboxes. Those are always a good thing.
Great. Any other questions for Tom?
No.
Nobody's jumping up and down, Tom, so I think that this is a quick one. We appreciate you popping in and just saying hi and let's hope for a smooth season.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
We will take care of you.
All right, much appreciated. Thank you. Have a great evening.
You too. Thanks.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks.
Okay, and next up on our agenda, we have our town attorney has prepared a draft purchase and sale agreement based on our conversation last time for 33 Beach Road. David, do you have a preamble?
Just as the board asked last time that this be prepared, I think we've gathered the essence of the board's desires. Did send a copy to the Diane O'Brien for the Lincolnville Historical Society. Diane is on the attendee list. If there's any reason you wish to speak with her. Once this is signed by both parties, we'll get going on actually preparing the deed. And as long as at some point after elections, we'll be ready for closing.
Any thoughts or questions from the board? Any need to ask Diane any questions, or if not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move that the board approve and sign the purchase and sale agreement by and between the inhabitants of the town of Lincolnville and the Lincolnville Historical Society as authorized by Article 4 of the July 14th, 2020 town meeting.
Second.
Moved by Selectman Late, seconded by Selectman Garrison. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, Selectman Late, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Garrison, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Ray, what's your vote?
Yes.
And Selectman Dunn, my vote is yes, the motion passes. Thank you very much. And prior to acting on our next agenda item, I will first need a motion.
No, you jumped one.
Oh, did I? Oh,
You
I
did.
did. Ah,
This is terrible.
that's what I get for ticking off the wrong thing. Okay, never mind. We have, as David mentioned, there are some papers out for this special town meeting that will be coming up. And so we as a board have to approve and sign the special town meeting warrant for December 15th. So that being said, can I have a motion for that, please?
I move that the board approve and sign the special town meeting warrant, setting a special town meeting for December 15th, 2020.
Second.
Moved by Selectman Garrison, seconded by Selectman Late. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, Selectman Late, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Garrison, what's your vote?
Yes.
And Selectman Ray, what's your vote?
Yes.
And Selectman Dunn, my vote is yes, the motion passes. We'll see you all on the 15th of December also. Now, having dispatched with agenda item number 8, we'll need a motion before attending to agenda item number 9.
I move that we suspend our meeting as the Board of Selectmen and that we convene as the Board of Assessors.
Second.
Moved by Selectman Late, seconded by Selectman Ray. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, Selectman Late, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Garrettson, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Ray, what's your vote?
Yes.
And Selectman Dunn, my vote is yes. We are now convened as the Board of Assessors. David, would you care to give a brief synopsis?
Sure. Justin Blake owns a piece of property that is in farmland and wished to withdraw 1 acre of that out of the farmland program. So the assessor's agent, that comes with a farmland penalty commitment or farmland withdrawal penalty. And there's a spreadsheet in your packet that the assessor's agent prepared for you. And in order to do this, the penalty is $2,717.97. In essence, it's a they go back for the last 5 years and look at the tax rate and the full assessed value to come up with, and the interest to come up with what it costs to withdraw from farmland.
Any questions? If there are no questions, I'll entertain a motion.
Move that the board approve and sign the farmland withdrawal penalty commitment regarding account number 2006 owned by Justin L. Blake in the tax amount of $2,717.97.
Second.
Moved by Selectman Late, seconded by Selectman Garrettson. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, Selectman Late, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Garrettson, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Ray, what's your vote?
Yes.
And Selectman Dunn, my vote is yes. The motion passes. And we will now need to adjourn as Board of Assessors and reconvene as Selectmen. Can I have a motion, please?
I move that we adjourn our meeting as the Board of Assessors and reconvene as the Board of Selectmen.
Second.
Moved by Selectman Late, seconded by Selectman Ray. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, Selectman Late, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Garrettson, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Ray, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Dunn, my vote is yes. We are now back in business as the Board of Selectmen. And agenda item number 10, you will see a moderate list of supplemental or additional dates. And David, would you care to expand on these items?
Sure. In addition to the board, well, first thing is between now and the end of the year, we have a number of holidays and that type of thing. And we have a fair amount of things pending before the board. And in an attempt to prioritize those items, we've stuck in some additional meetings or potential additional meetings. Review a personnel matter, potential workshop with the Harbor Committee, a board workshop on facility staffing, meaning, to talk about the park and our efficiencies, to look for ways we can do things better. And then back to the regular board meetings. And then at the end of December, discussion on whether you'd prefer to have a regular board meeting or a warrant only meeting that night. So we have a lot of things up in the air, and if we don't prioritize, then I get to prioritize the board's work, and I think the board ought to prioritize my work. So hence the request.
Thoughts from the board? Doesn't seem like anyone's horrified, David.
Only me.
Okay. Do you need any action from us, or just a general nodding of the heads that you'll see us there?
I think unless somebody has some objection, we'll just start planning on all these dates and get it in the various people's calendars, particularly the board workshop with the Harbor Committee. I did speak with the Harbor Chair today about coming in November to make their annual presentation or semi-annual presentation. And maybe we'd combine that in that workshop meeting so that they don't have to come on a different night and make one recommendation. But yeah, no, I'm good with that if everybody here is. Just want to make sure the dates are good. We tried to hold the Monday nights because that seems to work better with some people's schedules.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thank you all very much. If there's nothing further on that particular subject, let's move along to Selectmen Updates. Selectman Late, do you have an update for us?
No, I don't have anything. My Midco Solid Waste meeting had been rescheduled to the 29th instead of the 28th, and we haven't had any committee meetings. One of the committees that I'm on will meet prior to the Midco Solid Waste meeting on the 29th, I think. So I would like to think I would have some updates by our next meeting.
Okay, thank you. Selectman Garrettson, do you have any updates for us?
I do not. As David said, our next broadband meeting is on Thursday, but we haven't done anything since our last one.
Okay. Yes, David.
I just wanted to ask Selectman Garrettson or Selectman Ray. We do have a stack of surveys that have come back, and we're happy to hang on to them. I just didn't. One, I want to make sure you knew we had them, and two, if you wanted us to do something special to get them to you or just hang on to them here, just let me know.
Do you have a rough idea of how many have come back?
I'm going to say there's probably 20, 25
Wow.
up there in the folder.
Okay, great.
There may be some combination between the mailer and what had been distributed through the school. There may be some school ones in there as well, but
okay,
that's a ballpark.
I was thinking for now that if you could just hold on to them, that'd be great. And then members of the committee can we can set some socially distant input session at the town office after the election.
Just let me know. There's no problem hanging on to them. I just didn't want to have something that you should have already or vice versa.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And I should just say one thing. We are having a Waldo County Budget Committee meeting this Friday. So I will be attending that. And I believe that'll be on Zoom.
Okay.
And
Great.
it's either at 6 or 7 o'clock. I'm not sure which. 6 o'clock.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yep.
Selectman Ray, do you have any updates for us?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you. And I also have no updates. We now have the, treasurers and payroll warrants to approve and sign.
I move that the board approve the treasurer and payroll warrants.
Second.
Moved by Selectman Late, seconded by Selectman Garrettson. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, Selectman Late, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Garrettson, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Ray, what's your vote?
Yes.
And Selectman Dunn, my vote is yes. The motion passes. And does the board have any further business it wishes to attend to? Okay, seeing nothing, I will entertain a final motion.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
Moved by Selectman Late, seconded by Selectman Ray. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, just making sure nobody's jumping up and down at the last second. Selectman Late, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Garrettson, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Ray, what's your vote?
Yes.
Selectman Dunn, my vote is yes. We are adjourned. Thank you all very much for an efficient meeting.
Please feel free to come in and sign a pile of paper.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you. Good night.